Where do you draw the line between love and lust? Are we always fighting lust with love, or we are always fighting love with lust? As a human, I have had both happen in my life. Well, first off, I don't think love and lust are related in the least bit. I don't think they're at all related. I think they appear related on a very surface level. And this is where you get into, they can appear similar in regards to a sexual act. Um, you know, uh, they- but that is so surface. That's so surface level. And that's such a, it's a very close minded and condensed and contracted and just a small idea of love. And love is so much more than any of that. Love is so much deeper than any of that. I did an entire series on love and what love is and how it's a mystery and how it's not a feeling, it's not an emotion, it's something deeper. It's a commitment, it's a promise. It is a covenant, if you will. It's a very biblical term. In my well, I guess just in regard to my upbringing, I guess it's a very biblical term, but it's a very it's a covenant. It is a lifelong promise. You are accepting that you're accountable and responsible to somebody. You're going to sacrifice for them. You will lay down your life for them. Um, it's very deep. It's very deep. Lust is not. Lust is more emotional. Lust is more of a emotional, instinctive pull. Whether that would be, and it doesn't just have to apply to sex, to a sexual act. But I think the lust can be applied to many different things besides just sensuality. It's often regarded as sensuality, but I think lust is a very surface level thing. I do think you can have sex without lust. Um, you know, so it can be an act of love, but you have to look at the heart of the individual, the hearts of the people. Um, you know, yeah, you're the fine line between love and lust. I don't think that. I think there's a big chasm between love and lust. I think it's only a fine line if you have a very surface level understanding, or thinking, or philosophy, or kind of ideology, whatever you want to call it, of love. But I think if you look at love as something so much deeper, then you see how far away lust is from true love. So, um, yeah, I don't think that, you say we are always fighting lust with love. Um, or are we always fighting love with lust? Um, you know, Again, I just think, if you're fighting lust with love, you have a very surface level understanding of what love is, and if you're fighting love with lust, then you have a very skewed understanding of what love is. Um, in both and vice versa, you know. So yeah, I've experienced both, and I know that there's a difference between both, for sure. And so, yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me is I think that if you do think it is a fine line, then, and I'm not saying you do, because you say that you have experienced both, but I'm saying in people in general, because I know that that's not just your idea, but that's a very general idea of what people think, is that there's a thin line between love and lust. I don't think that at all. I think that there is a very huge chasm between the two. There, it only appears to be a thin line because we're so drawn far back from the actual meaning of love, that if we would really dive in and take a closer, deeper look at what it is, we would see that there is a universe. There's not a universe, but a huge chasm of a difference between love and lust.